Federal Bank newsroom. Let's begin with our top focus on the gruesome and grisly murder case of the Kolkata lady doctor. And amid escalating protests, we are now learning that a video has surfaced which shows the crime scene where the body of the lady doctor can be seen wrapped in sheets. At the same time, we've seen the Bharatiya Janata Party protesting in the assembly today. They've been demanding the resignation of the Health Minister of West Bengal. At the same time, the CBI has been transferred the case today. We are now learning that the CBI has in fact reached the RG Medical College for further investigation. And we also know that amid the growing outcry of the death of this young doctor, the CBI with the forensic team has reached this medical college to carry on with the investigation. Important to also highlight that the PWD had begun renovation work near the crime scene, which has also prompted the Bharatiya Janata Party to accuse the TMC government of tampering with evidence. Let's also play out all those reactions that have come in on this news story.
যখন কিছুটা বিচার পেলে আমাদের শরীরে শান্তি, মনের শান্তি, আমার মেয়েটার আত্মার শান্তি পাবে, আর কিছুই বলতে পারবো
ना। मेडिकल कॉलेज में स्टूडेंट लोगों को फेल कराना, टेंडर ऑर्डर देकर के 20% कमीशन लेना और ये हॉस्टल वगैरह अलॉटमेंट में पैसा लेना और स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमीशन, मतलब आरजीकर में जो भी काम होता था, पोस्टिंग हो, ट्रांसफर हो, हाउस स्टाफशिप हो, सब जगह वो पैसा खाते थे। सिर्फ यही नहीं, गेस्ट हाउस में जूनियर जो स्टूडेंट है उन लोगों को बैठ करके शराब वगैरह पिलाते थे और उन स्टूडेंट लोगों से आंदोलन भी करवाते थे। मतलब एक माफिया राजा बोल सकते हैं। मैंने अपनी पूरे कैरियर में इतना गंदा इंसान नहीं देखा।
ये प्रोटेस्ट हमारा बस यही है, डिमांडिंग जस्टिस। जो अब तक डिलीवर नहीं हुआ है हमें वही चाहिए। ये प्रोटेस्ट उसी के लिए। आप कैसे सवाल कर रहे हैं, ये समर्थन हम नहीं कर रहे। सरकार इसके लिए कोई फैसला नहीं ले रही है, कोई इसमें स्टेप नहीं ले रही है, हम इसके खिलाफ है। हम चाहते हैं कि सरकार की तरफ से जो भी इससे घिनौना काम किया है वो इसके लिए आवाज उठाए। हम इसके खिलाफ है, इसीलिए हमारा ये प्रोटेस्ट है। सीबीआई इंफॉर्मेशन को डिमांड किया गया पर अब तक कुछ हुआ नहीं है, हम इसी के खिलाफ है।
ये दिखाता है कि लोगों में इसको लेके इसीलिए गुस्सा है। देखिए, एक अरेस्ट भी हो गया, पुलिस ने अरेस्ट कर लिया, बोल रहा है कि यही एक्यूज है, लेकिन डॉक्टर्स रुके नहीं, जो इंटर्न्स थे वो रुके नहीं, वो एजिटेशन कर रहे हैं क्योंकि दे आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद द आउटकम ऑफ द इन्वेस्टिगेशन। और जिस तरीके से पूरी विषय को दबाने की कोशिश की गई वो दर्शाता है कि हमारी सरकार, पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार जो है, ममता बनर्जी की जो सरकार है, वो सरकार किसी को बचाने की कोशिश में लगी हुई है। कि एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री होते हुए महिलाओं के साथ एक के बाद एक बदसलूकी पश्चिम बंगाल में हो रही है। और ये जो घटना घटी, मैं पहले भी बोल चुका हूँ, ये यूनिक घटना है।
All right, Kamalika Sen-Gupta has been tracking that story for us. She's also joining me on the phone line. Kamalika, the political blame game aside, not to forget, shocking revelations have in fact been made by the former superintendent of the RG Medical College, Mr. Akhtar. Do share with us the kind of revelations that have been made by him, which also go on to highlight that there may have perhaps been tampering of evidence and a larger cover-up conspiracy at play.
He's a doctor and they are saying that it is not possible for one man. According to them, who has seen the report, this doctor, he has suggested that he feels that it is not possible for one man to do this rape. Now, there are other people who are also saying that it can't be ruled out. Is it one person or more? It can't be ruled out. That has been said by this doctor and some doctors. So definitely there is a point where CBI needs to talk to the forensic experts, and they have already brought forensic experts from Delhi. So this is the grey area basically. So whether what CBI comes, what information CBI gives, right. Now everything is on CBI. Right. So they have to really come out with what is the truth, which students believe that the truth was not coming out. So that has to
Kamalika,
be
it's
seen.
very interesting that you mentioned the CBI because we are now learning that the CBI has already reached the crime scene. Could you give us a sense of how the CBI is now planning to proceed with the investigation? We are being told that the entire team comprises doctors and various forensic experts as well.
Yes, they have gone to the place of occurrence, the crime scene, and they have actually taken some samples from there. That's what I get. They have taken a brief from Kolkata police. Along with that, they might be questioning people. But today they are visiting the crime scene. While they were visiting the crime scene, they saw the structure which was broken in the close proximity of the crime scene. What we are coming to know from our sources, that they have expressed a discontent on this, that why this thing was made, and then it was told to them that this has happened at the direction of the principal. So whether they are going to ask the principal or not, that is to be seen, but definitely principal will be questioned. That's what we are getting it from sources.
All right, Kamalika, going to request you to continue staying with us. There's a lot to discuss. Remember, in the last 2 days, a host of developments have happened, and the reactions continue to pour in because this entire rape and murder of the lady doctor has been so gruesome, so heinous, that TMC is unable to garner any kind of support, even from its ally partners like the Congress party. On that note, let's also play out all the crucial reactions that have come in from both ends of the political spectrum, whether it's the Bharatiya Janata Party or even the Congress party.
प्रतीत होता है जजमेंट पढ़ने के बाद और मीडिया ने जो भूमिका अदा करी है, जो तथ्य सामने रखे हैं कि ममता बनर्जी किसी को बचा रही हैं। ये कौन है, ये लोग कौन हैं? ममता बनर्जी को आज जवाब देना होगा। क्राइम सीन, एक वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता होने के नाते आपको बता दूं, जो पहले 48 घंटे होते हैं ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण होते हैं एविडेंस कलेक्शन के लिए, फोरेंसिक जांच के लिए। और ममता बनर्जी ने एक बयान दिया जब ये कुकर्म किया गया, जब ये जघन्य अपराध घटित हुआ, उसके एक दिन बाद कहा कि मैं सीबीआई जांच ट्रांसफर कर दूंगी कुछ दिनों के बाद। तो ममता बनर्जी, आपसे यह सवाल है, कुछ दिनों के बाद क्यों?
ये जो सीबीआई को जांच दी गई है कलकत्ते के मेडिकल कॉलेज के मामले की, और सीबीआई ने वहां पहुंच करके केस को अपने हाथ में ले भी लिया है। अब उसमें हम लोग को सबको उम्मीद है कि सच्चाई सामने आएगी, क्योंकि जो टीएमसी की सरकार है, ऐसा लगता है कि मेडिकल कॉलेज के जो हेड हैं उनके साथ ममता जी के बहुत अच्छे संबंध हैं। इसीलिए जब उन्होंने इस्तीफ़ा दिया इतने दिनों के बाद, तो 4 घंटे के अंदर उनको इससे भी बड़े मेडिकल कॉलेज का हेड बना दिया गया। तो ये निश्चित रूप से कई सवाल खड़े करता है।
Well, the gruesomeness of the incident is absolutely shocking. None of us can in any way not share the outrage that people feel about the horror that a young woman, 31 years old, anxious to serve society, was subjected to. There's something sick about this, and certainly the criminal must be apprehended. I had read that the Chief Minister had given the police 1 week to solve the crime, and now it turns out the CBI has been roped in. My heart goes out to her parents, her family, her loved ones. What a terrible thing to know that your bright young daughter, a doctor out to serve people, is murdered in this horrendous way.
Let's quickly go across to Kamalika. Kamalika, when we talk about the kind of attacks that are now coming TMC's way, especially by the Bharatiya Janata Party, we heard what Mr. Bhatia had to say when he is in fact questioned that why was Mamata Banerjee so hell-bent on buying more time, of course indicating that there perhaps may be a possibility of tampering of evidence.
No, definitely this is a question which the opposition will be raising, because this principle was reinstated within 4 hours, which is a truth. And also the work of PWD started, that is close to crime scene. That is also a point. So definitely this is a point for the opposition. Though the administration has not reacted directly, But what we are coming to know that PWD was asked to do fast work because it was the students' demand. So that is it, but they have to face this opposition attack definitely.
All right, Kamalika, stay with us because let's also listen into all those political reactions, since you've also rightly highlighted that the BJP is not going to leave any stone unturned to question the role of the government of Mamata Banerjee and how women remain extremely unsafe in Bengal under the governance of the Mamata Banerjee government. Let's listen in to all those crucial reactions that have come in from the Bharatiya Janata Party.
देखिए, ये इतना एक विशियस मर्डर हुआ है कोलकाता में, और जो वेस्ट बंगाल सरकार का जो रवैया रहा है आज तक, मुझे लगता है ये एक माफिया या क्रिमिनल एंटरप्राइज जैसे वो बिहेव कर रहे हैं। पहले तो कहते हैं कि वो सुइसाइड हुआ है, 3 घंटे फैमिली को वेट करवाते हैं, फिर कहते हैं कि सुइसाइड हुआ है, और फिर अभी एक कवरअप की जैसे एक साजिश हो रहा है, वहाँ पे कवरअप की कोशिश हो रहा है। देखिए, ये एक इनोसेंट विक्टिम है, एक डॉक्टरी पढ़ने वाली एक स्टूडेंट है, छात्रा है, और वहाँ पे एक डेमोक्रेटिकली इलेक्टेड वेस्ट बंगाल सरकार का एक दायित्व है कि वो हर सिटीजन को रक्षा दे, सुरक्षा दे, वो उनका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल ड्यूटी है।
As a team, IMA went and met the parents. We were shattered. They are totally helpless. They have lot of things to say about how the incident was not informed to them for many hours. And even when they came, the principal did not meet them. Our demand for the Bengal government, there has to be supportive measures for the family. And now the investigation has gone into the CBI. Even CBI we will scrutinize. They have to be fair and transparent. They need to find the other culprits.
देखिए, यहाँ पर महिला युवा एक साथ हम लोग यहाँ पर प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप लोग जानते हैं सारा इंडिया में इसके लिए जो आरजी कर में जो डॉक्टर के ऊपर पाशविक अत्याचार हुआ है, उसके रेप करके उसका खून कर दिया गया है, और यहाँ का सरकार पहले ही वो आत्महत्या बोल के वो चलाना चाहते थे। तो इसीलिए सब तथ्य प्रमाण लोपाट करने का जो प्रयास था, असली दोषी को सामने ना आने के लिए जो प्रयास है ये सरकार किया है, लेकिन इसके विरोध में हम लोग रास्ते में हैं। असली जो दोषी है उसको पकड़ के दृष्टांतमूलक शास्ति हम लोग चाहते हैं, इसीलिए हम लोग रास्ते पे हैं, क्योंकि ये पश्चिम बंगाल में सबसे असुरक्षित महिला है।
सांप्रतिक काल में इतना बड़ा अपराध नहीं हुआ क्यों? जो आज हो रहा है ये पूरा ममता का वो दलीयकरण जो पॉलिटिक्स है, सभी सब्जेक्ट में दल के महत्व देखे इतना करप्शन आज लग गया, ये उसको 2-1% अभी फोकस हो रहा है। तो इसका अंदर जो कुछ है ये भी छुपाने के लिए अभी भी प्रशासन एक्टिव है। इसलिए हम जनता का आह्वान किया, जो आज ये अंतर की चीज असली अपराधी कौन है ये इनका पकड़ना चाहिए। इसलिए मैं हमारा दल आज राजपथ में आके नाम गया।
It's almost more than 4 days and the strike is continuing in Arjikar and other places of government hospital. But right now let me show you the situation which shows that how the health system has been badly affected. This is the emergency of Arjikar where there is no one, there is nothing here, everything is closed and the doors are closed, and even you can see that there is lock and key. There is tala there, this is lock and key, and nobody till yesterday there were emergency people were coming, but now there is the emergency in one of the most important government hospitals in Calcutta. If this is the situation, then it is a very, very concerned area, and the patients are sitting there as you can see, but there has been no there has been no remedy for them. That is also now a growing concern, that because of this strike continuing, the emergency of this RG Medical Hospital is now totally stopped. That's also very big area of concern, and this is also something which is concerning and which is putting the problem of state administration. But students are still continue because they believe their demands are still not made.
All right, so a lot of anger on ground level with the state administration. Having said that, women on the eve of Independence Day in West Bengal will now be conducting a march, and they'll be calling it Reclaim the Night, a deeply symbolic march only for all those women in Bengal. They'll in fact be protesting across 45 locations is what we are being told. At the same time, the TMC politicians have now mocked and dismissed this entire idea of the night march. In fact, Ghosh has called it drama. At the same time, Mr. Guha, who's also a minister with the TMC, has gone on to say and in fact warn all those women who will be protesting at night, saying that if you're tortured at night, do not seek help, and if your spouse troubles you, do not come asking for help. So that's been the kind of insensitive approach coming in from the TMC politicians. Now the BJP is already trained their guns at all these politicians. In fact, the BJP is also demanding the resignation of Mr. Guha. Let's also listen in to all those reactions that have come in. Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP has in fact condemned the Trinamool Congress for its sexist, misogynistic mindset.
But now what is more shocking, and which reveals the TMC's mindset of standing with the accused and blaming and shaming the victim, has come out when their minister Udayan Guha has made the most disgusting comment on the women who are going to undertake a symbolic protest tonight on 14th of August as we enter into Independence Day 15th August. Instead of standing in solidarity, instead of ensuring justice and nyaya for our betis, the minister is mocking them, making nasty comments. This is a minister who serves under a woman chief minister, Mamata Banerjee. But it is not surprising because Mamata Banerjee herself in the past has made such comments which undermines and character assassinates the victims. Be it Sandesh Khadi, she stood with Shahjahan. In case of Park Street rape case, in case of Nadiyad rape case, in all these instances, they have character assassinated the victims and stood with the accused. And today this minister does exactly that. Will this minister continue? Should not he be sacked immediately?
All right, we're getting in breaking inputs from Karnataka. In fact, we are learning that the Karnataka government has ordered all the government departments to in fact go ahead and close bank accounts in the State Bank of India and Punjab National Bank. This is the latest order that has come in from the Karnataka government. All government departments that will be closing all those bank accounts are going to be basically corporations, boards, local bodies, universities and other institutes who have been ordered to close the account in the State Bank of India and Punjab National Bank. Let's quickly go across to Harish, who's joining me on the phone line with more inputs. Harish, first of all, do share with us the need for such a decision for the Karnataka government.
Well, this is coming from the fact that not just in the Valmiki Development Corporation, but in several other cases as well, some of these banks and their officials have been involved in misappropriation of funds from government departments or government corporations. And in some cases, they have been arrested as well. And repeated requests by the state government to ensure that a certain protocol be followed has been violated when it comes to transfer of funds from accounts belonging to the government or government departments. And that's one of the main reasons why today that the state government has decided that these two banks, SBI and Punjab National Bank, it has asked all its departments, including universities, other corporations, to ensure that they close their accounts with this bank and do not carry out any deposit with them as well. But they're at the same time mentioning that they are not giving any preference to any other bank, just that these two banks, they're asking them to be not to have any sort of a business with.
All right, Harish, going to request you to continue staying with me. I'm also joined by Mr. Ashok Gowda of the BJP, who's joining me on the phone line. Mr. Gowda, how do you assess the Karnataka government's decision to request all the government departments to shut their accounts with the SBI and the Punjab National Bank?
The Karnataka state government is trying to victimize the central government state maximum stake banks like SBI and Punjab National Bank. See, all these things, what actually ideally they should be doing, all the accounts should have been put under SBI. They cannot do foul play under SBI because all the SBM and SBH all were merged and put under SBI, and SBI turnover is good, and they do not allow any kind of a foul play within their banking system. See, we already saw what happened in Ratnakar Bank and as well as in UCO Bank. They want this kind of a flexibility. Who will violate entity rules, who will violate the government norms and open the accounts as and when the state government wants. The state government officials and the ministers, they are having accounts across all the banks. Ideally, what they should have done, private banks and those cooperative banks, which are all fraudulent banks, they should close the accounts there. Instead of that, they are trying to say that close the accounts in SBI and Punjab National Bank.
The government's take is, Mr. Gowda, that they are doing this as an exercise to review how the misappropriation of funds is actually taking place, and if they can address this while also reviewing bank accounts in both these banks, whether it is the SBI or even the Punjab National Bank.
No, my point is very simple. Earlier, when during let's assume that 60s and 80s, still 80s, all the accounts were in SBM, and now later. They said, okay, you can go and open accounts in any of the banks. Okay, let them open the accounts. But they are having the same accounts in 3 different banks or 4 different banks. Ideally, what should happen? The minister and when the PC Jaffer as a secretary for finance had written very clearly, wherever you are having fixed deposits, please send the note. And believe me or not, this was done in the month of June last week. Till now, there is no statement given by any ministers to the finance department. What does this indicate? This indicates very clearly the state government of Karnataka does not have any kind of a commitment to bring down the corruption. All officials who are involved in this, they are not trying to identify them. See, I personally know that banks will come and say, sir, please keep that deposit in our bank. We will give you this much. To the officials, they will say. And this is what is continuously happening. And if this continues, where are we going to go? If we have seen in the Valmiki scam what happened. On the fixed deposit, they have taken as a security, they have taken a loan. So this is the problem. And SBI does not allow for any of these foul plays. That is why they are trying to say, don't keep any account in SBI.
All right.
And Punjab National Bank is just a victimizing another part. That's it.
All right. Many thanks to you, Mr. Gowda, for bringing in your precious insights to CNN News 18. Let's quickly go across to Harish. Harish, important to also deep dive into what is the logic being given by the government, because, all right, we'll try and reconnect that phone line with Harish. But at the moment, as we break this story for you, important to put this into perspective why the government has done or is going to be carrying out this kind of an exercise. The government in Karnataka, which is the Congress government, the logic is that they are trying to address the issue of misappropriation of funds. At the same time, important to also highlight that it's coming soon after the Tribal Welfare Minister B. Nagendra's resignation that took place. This was over misuse of funds at the Corporation for Scheduled Tribes that also made the headlines. Now, the Saffron Party, which is the BJP in Karnataka, has of course been accusing the Karnataka government of not doing anything when it comes to misappropriation of funds. We've also seen how Chief Minister Siddaramaya's residence was also Gheraud on 3rd of July against alleged ongoing corruption in the state. So this is the Karnataka Congress's own way of showing that they are acting on corruption and that they are cracking down on corruption. But as you could hear what Ashok Gowda had to say, that this is a futile exercise, one that is also meant to rob the central banks of the state government's accounts, and that this is not really going to address or do much about the issue of misuse of funds or misappropriation of funds. Now, All right, Nizam Fauzdar, who's with the Congress party, is also joining me on the phone line. Mr. Fauzdar, we were just joined in by Ashok Gowda, who in fact has expressed that nothing is going to happen as far as tackling the problem of misuse of funds is concerned. But what is the Congress party's logic to be conducting such an exercise when they've ordered the shutting down of accounts with SBI or Punjab National Bank?
There is no logic. It's a straightforward streamlining of the operation. The BJP has been a habitual offender when it comes to managing funds. They have stolen away nearly 3 lakh crores from the state of Karnataka government. And they let Mr. Gowda answer where those 3 lakh crores went. If we change the bank, these people are crying every day. If you change the name of the bank, these people are crying, you will cry. There don't seems to be an end to the allegations and, the crying of the BJP. The
So,
BJP
Mr.
needs to
Fauzdar,
answer
are you
why-
saying that this has nothing to do with the misuse of funds and that there's just been a conscious effort to streamline those accounts, move them away from national banks?
It's just a very simple thing. I'll just tell you. It's a very simple. You change the bank, is there something wrong with that? No. BJP is become an habitual offender. They know that these people have been stealing funds for the last 4 years in the Karnataka state account. But what we are asking today is, why don't you give answer about the SEBI and the loot that you have done in SEBI and the stock market? We changed one bank, you are crying like one small baby. It's an administration.
But
it's an
Mr.
administrative
Fauzdar,
issue.
the BJP argument in counter to that is that why did Mr. B. Nagendra resign if there was no scam involved in the SC/ST Tribal Welfare Corporation?
Congress party runs on ideology. We are having large moral grounds to take care of. And there was an allegation. The minister said, I will resign on the moral ground. Let the inquiry happen impartially. So he resigned. We accepted the resignation. There is a ED investigation going. In the last 25-30 days, what has ED given? Nothing. He is not involved, but they have arrested him. They have kept him in the jail. But there is no inquiry. There is basically no investigation.
Are you saying that the Chief Secretary of Karnataka has not issued any circular in the names of all heads of all state government-run departments to check how the funds are being channelized and how they are being misused? Because there are reports that indicate there has been an order.
The Congress party does not give administrative directions to the government. The Chief Secretary, the Principal Secretary of the Finance takes a call, and the call is legitimate, and he takes the call. I don't think so. The party has to come and meddle with the administration of the government.
All right.
There are ministers, there is chief minister, and there are people who are entitled to take certain
All right,
decisions.
many thanks to you, Mr. Fauzdar. I'm also joined in by Mr. Priyank Kharge of the Congress Party. Mr. Kharge, thank you for joining in. I'd like your thoughts on the decision that's been taken. We've heard how the BJP has attacked the Congress Party. They're saying that this is just a deliberate move because you do not deliberately want to maintain any accounts with the SBI or PNB.
You know, there is a saying that little knowledge is dangerous, right? This is what happens when BJP speaks each time without knowing the fact. Have done fraud on the government of Karnataka. They have swindled the government of Karnataka of over 20 crores in 2 different accounts. And despite the Public Accounts Committee pulling them up, the AG pulling them up, they are refusing to pay up. So why should we bank with people who are defrauding the government of Karnataka? We are here to save the people's money, while the SBI, Punjab National Bank, or anybody else is.
All right, many thanks to you, Mr. Priyank Kharge, for giving in your precious insights to us here at CNN News 18. And with that, it's time for a quick break here at Nation at 5. We'll be back with more breaking inputs. Stay tuned.